Yes.
Of course, Daniel could fool me with his walls.
Yeah. Daniel could be in a
It-
Georgia Tech dorm room himself.
Still
Especially
no
with
Maybe I
that
am.
thermostat.
Daniel, you still have no decorations. It's kind of sad.
I sorry, turn off the air. I do not have any decorations. You're right.
How's your most recent TV stand holding up?
It's holding up great, actually.
Good.
No issues.
I'm very proud of you guys.
Maybe I should get another one. I think I've already detailed the TV stand drama on this show.
On the podcast, we can't cover it anymore.
Yeah.
I guess you need to
It's too
go back and catch up.
This is the Experience Podcast with me and someone else.
Someone else?
Mary's here. Didier. Oh, now I've said my last name. Oops.
Okay, Mary's here. Blake, how is it going?
Oh, it's going great. I'm very sorry
Any
that I kind of did not show up last time you asked me to be on here.
Oh.
Yes,
I do apologize. I completely forgot, and I was nowhere near campus at the time, so.
I'm trying to remember when that was.
He blocked it out of
March
his
6th.
memory, clearly.
It was about a month ago. Yeah, well, we're here tonight. Mary, very difficult to schedule on this show, by the way.
Sorry. You
This
were
is, I
proposing
think
difficult times for me.
I had a very limited schedule.
Now I know that.
Uh,
Are you done with that?
I'm done with that. Although I always have a limited schedule.
Done with
Done as
the
well.
night shift for 4 weeks in a row or whatever it was?
It's like 5 weeks. Yeah. Well, I am working nights later this week, but that's part of the normal rotation.
Oh, good. Why were you doing that?
Because the plant was shut down.
Did you guys have a nuclear explosion?
No explosion. It's routine maintenance every 2 years.
Okay.
Every plant does this.
Sure. If that's your story.
You would have heard about it.
Not if the government covered it up well enough.
The government, I guess they might. But everything went safely, and we're back, started up, and supplying electricity.
Good. All good things. Blake, what's new with you? How old are you now?
Hey, I just turned 21, actually. Hey, since
Oh
I've been on
my
the
gosh!
pod- Yeah,
Happy birthday!
thank you.
When was your
Sure.
birthday?
It was like a month ago, early March.
Oh.
But
Yeah, but
still feels fresh.
Yeah, the 21 high lasts for like 2 years, so.
It does, yeah.
2 years.
Yeah.
It's still
Mary's still
going.
celebrating.
I am. I still get like such a thrill out of ordering alcohol in a public place. It feels like, ooh.
Yeah, it doesn't feel right. Like going without being able to do it, and it's like, oh wow, I can order alcohol? No way. Yeah. It's cool though.
I'll have the beer, please.
Yeah.
Oh, well, happy birthday. And let's see, what else? So you're a lot younger than I thought you were.
Yeah, I'm still only a third year, and
Oh my gosh.
I'll be staying a fifth year to get my master's, so I'm like barely halfway with college.
That's okay. I stayed a fifth year and didn't get a master's, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be back on campus in August
No way. How come?
because I'm getting my master's.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, I'll only be there like once or twice a week because I'm gonna be working full time, but
Mhm.
you might see me around.
Oh,
Around the civil engineering building, maybe. I don't know. Probably won't be anywhere else.
You're
Well,
being
that's
very coy about it, but we're pretty confident that's where you're gonna be.
You never know. I could venture over to the
You won't.
Candida building every now and then.
You won't. It's too far for
Nope.
you.
Too far.
you're not going
I'm
to
gonna
be
be
a plus
direct
leader.
line car to building. That's it.
Yeah.
No time for small talk.
No.
Mary, you could be a plus leader again. No way.
No. That's gonna be a no. I have a real job now. I don't need the
Oh, jeez.
plus
You don't need the
monies.
$11 an hour anymore.
Maybe you
No.
do, Mary. You know, it's a good supplement.
If I was in it for like the passion, which I'm not, then I would have said yes. But I didn't have quite the passion I needed to take that on as a 20 something person.
Someone who's older than 21.
I'll be 24 in September.
Hey, you guys are old.
Yeah, Daniel, what are you, like 27?
Like 38 now.
30, 27 going on 38?
27. That's really old. No,
What, 26?
no. I don't know.
You,
Something about
you do know.
that. You lose track after a while.
He's got to be 25, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
5, but you have a birthday in August?
No,
No?
I do have a birthday. The first part of that sentence was right.
May.
No.
No. February.
No.
November.
No.
Okay, I'm out. When's your birthday?
Anyway, moving on.
Not going to give us the answer? Come on.
Give me a month.
You got a 1 in 8 chance now. Really narrowed it down. No,
January,
October.
no.
December.
Yes. Blake got
Yes.
it.
I
Thumbs up.
thought maybe it was Christmas Day, but that didn't seem right. December 4th?
Oh,
We're gonna go through the month now.
Day 2.
17th? I don't know.
Oh,
What's
my
your
goodness.
sign? What's your horoscope?
Oh, I don't even know.
You don't know?
What's my?
There's so much you have yet to discover about yourself.
Apparently, I have not discovered that. Let's.
I swear to God, if you're a Sagittarius, I'm gonna lose my mind.
How do I look this up? Here we go. It doesn't say what the.
It will. Tell me the date.
We're getting
I'll tell
there. I am a Capricorn.
you. Should have known. So you're a late December.
Yeah.
You know,
Which means
Capricorns
what?
are very,
I don't know what that.
they're very aloof.
They're
Would you
aloof?
describe yourself as aloof?
I don't know.
A little, I
Okay.
would. Yeah,
Who would?
a little. Just a little. You're a little aloof.
So lists here on this website, like the likes and dislikes. So the likes, they have whatever, tradition, music, whatever. The dislikes is almost everything at some point. They wrote. So.
Blake, what are you?
I'm
What's your
wait,
sign?
I believe.
Pisces. They're
Yeah.
very emotional. That's what I heard. You feel emotional?
Blake's
I don't
pretty
feel that.
emotional.
Am I emotional?
You don't strike me as emotional, but I really don't know you very well,
Yeah.
to be
I mean,
fair.
I feel like I'm not that emotional, but
Lord is a Pisces, I think.
Oh,
So that's the big like
The,
Pisces icon.
the
He's
big
very
Pisces
emotional.
icon.
He's very emotional, as you know. You may
Yeah.
know.
no, I believe Justin Bieber's birthday is the day before mine, so I'd imagine he's a Pisces also.
Ooh, talk about emotions.
Mm.
Boy sure feels a lot of things. Not all of them are good, but he feels them.
Anyway, that's the Justin Bieber talk. I think we wrap that segment up. I think we covered that well enough.
What have you guys like been doing? What are your current hobbies? Something you're trying out.
Blake, go ahead.
Well, I'm in school, Daniel, so most of my hobbies are related to that.
That's
But
terrible, Blake.
no,
Don't let that happen.
no, that's not completely true. I have been running an awful lot lately. So
Ooh.
I ran a marathon actually in February.
Oh my goodness. That's awesome. Congratulations.
Thanks. Yeah,
Where did you do it?
I did it in
On his
Austin.
treadmill.
On my
Austin,
trip.
okay. So it wasn't, was it cold? I don't really know what the weather is like
No,
there.
it was really nice. It was like in the 60s probably most of the day, so it was perfect.
Very nice. Good at you. Did you run the whole time?
Well, so the story was I went to go really run it with a friend of mine who
Uh-huh.
doesn't run as much.
Okay.
So my job was really to just like get him to the finish line.
Okay.
So there were some walking moments,
That's
unfortunately,
okay.
but we
That's
ran the vast majority of it. So
good. That's
yeah.
very impressive no matter what. I
I'm
tried
not
to do
impressed.
I tried to do a half marathon and I like trained for it and everything. And in my training I was like actually running the half marathon like a few times, the whole thing.
Uh-huh.
But then when the race day came, halfway through, I was just like, why am I doing this? Just stopped and walked pretty much most of the rest of it. It was just
Oh.
really a sad moment in my life. Really, really
So you ran a full 13 miles in training, but then didn't do
draining,
anything?
and then I just gave up. Really, I'm not proud of it. That's not something I mention in job interviews.
Well, it's out there now.
Well, yeah. Now that I've said my last name, my birth month, uh, I'm basically traceable. So,
Very good.
anyway.
Uh,
What about you, Daniel?
I
Hobbies?
don't. I've been working. You already know that. I haven't had
No,
time to have fun.
something other than work,
Well,
please.
I haven't had time recently. Last time I had time was like March,
Oh,
early March,
okay. Well, that's not that long ago.
like Blake birthday time period.
And then what were
What did I
you
do?
doing? What were you doing then with your time?
I wasn't doing anything. I was getting ready for having no time.
Okay. Emotionally preparing.
It's a lot, you know. You have to switch over to nights for a month and then working
What
12
does
hours.
preparing to have no time look like?
Well, there are some practical things like I load up on groceries and I have to get quarters for laundry because the closest bank is like 45 minutes away and I don't want to have to drive that my off day or something like that or before work, I guess. So
You get
there's
your quarters from the bank?
where else would I get quarters?
I don't know, the grocery store? Can't you just like ask for quarters?
It's a coin shortage. They don't do that. They barely give it to me at the bank. They look at me like, really? You want?
Shit.
We'll give you one quarter. I'm like,
Your washing
"Hey,
machines don't take card at this point?
this is a very old-fashioned city.
Oh, okay.
Old-fashioned in multiple ways. I won't get into that for
Oh,
other reasons.
but I so wish that you would. Your
I
apartment
won't.
complex isn't listening to this. You're
They're
fine.
very, very much listening. I just got a new neighbor too. Someone moved into the one of the apartments upstairs.
Just speak in hushed tones.
Yeah, wow.
What do they do? Did they hurt you?
No one hurt me. I'm not talking about the apartment. I'm talking about the city.
Oh,
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
yeah, that doesn't surprise me at all.
So anyway,
We don't have to get into
uh,
it, but yeah,
but we did
doesn't.
get new landlords, so that might change. Because now, instead of writing a physical check for rent and dropping it in the mailbox, we are paying online.
Revolutionary.
Well, so the old landlord sent out a text to, I guess he made a group text, a group chat,
Oh my god.
but I don't think everyone's in it because there's 53 apartments in this complex, and assuming most of them are filled, right? But there's only 20 people in this group chat.
Maybe you only have 20 people living there.
It's very empty. There's more than 20 cars. I don't know. So anyway, the guy said like, oh, blah, 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 I'm leaving. This is my new number because he turned over the old phone number because it's like associated with the complex. And anyway, someone said, yeah, hi, happy retirement. So who do I write the check to this month? Got a
Yeah,
new system. We have a new system where you pay online. They're
he
still
didn't know.
asking.
Oh
And they
no.
didn't know. Did not know.
Yikes.
So,
Even my home park landlord had us pay him on Venmo. So
and have you pay like in a cash and an envelope
no.
behind a dumpster.
No. Venmo. Very with the times.
That's what's going on in my life. We're catching up. We're using computers now. So we'll see what happens with the laundry situation. Maybe I'll suggest it, like, hey, can we do something else, or at least find a way to get quarter, like, because we should be able to recirc the quarters, right? Be able to recirculate
Yeah,
these
because
quarters.
where do they go, you know? How
They go
much you want
back
to
to the
bet like
bank, I
no one,
guess.
how much you want to bet no one's collecting them? They just
What do you
pile.
mean?
I don't know. Like,
Well, they definitely empty out the quarters from the machine
okay.
because you can hear it when you put them in. I'll hear it. Oh, it's empty.
Okay,
Like
gotcha.
once a week or so, once every 2 weeks maybe.
So
I
then they
don't know
drive
if
the
I've ever.
quarters 45 minutes to the bank so that you get to go drive to the bank.
Well, okay, well, let me clarify. That's my bank, which is a national brand bank. There are several local banks here that if you're from here, presumably, you've used those banks growing up or whatever. But I don't have those because, I'm
You don't
relatively new
have
to the
like
area.
SunTrusts there or anything? Or Truists?
There might be a
Chase?
Chase ATM, but that's it. Otherwise, it's basically local banks that you've never heard, local credit unions and stuff like that.
Yeah.
The closest like brand name bank, one of the big, is it four? Is it four that are the top ones?
Banks? I don't know. There's 4 accounting firms, but I
Let's
think that's
name all the banks we know. So we
PNC,
can see, yeah.
Truist, JP Morgan Chase,
Yeah, where is it, Chase?
uh,
Wells Fargo. Well, there's the big four. I think it's the big four. Let me look.
that's Big Four accounting. That's what you're thinking of.
Am I?
EY,
Hold on.
KPMG, Deloitte,
No.
and
The
Ernst &
big
Young.
four banks are Chase, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, and Citibank.
Mm, I
Those
feel
are
like
the big
there's
four.
so many more banks than that are like pretty big that Big
Well,
Four
yes,
is
but
big.
those are the big four. Okay.
But when people
They're-
talk, when people just say Big Four, they're talking Big Four accounting.
Are they?
Yes.
Those four banks I mentioned hold 45% of all deposits in the country. So,
I don't know.
big four.
Not my bank.
Not-
Blake, is it your bank?
It is my bank, yes. There, so that's about 45%, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
Very
you're part of the
close.
45%. Anyway, none of those banks or any banks we've mentioned have a branch in the city that I live in. The closest one is, yeah, like 45 minutes away. So kind of a hassle
I
to,
thought
to drive out
Syracuse was
there.
a bigger city.
That's where I have to go. Well, I'm going to like a suburb right outside of Syracuse.
So the banks are not in Syracuse, they're in a suburb outside of Syracuse?
Well, sure, there are some in Syracuse too, but the suburb is closer than Syracuse. There's
So
some,
you don't live in Syracuse.
no, I live in a city away from Syracuse. 45
Oh,
minutes away from 45, 50-ish minutes away from Syracuse.
see, this whole time I thought you were living in Syracuse. I thought
Well,
that was
kind
bad.
of. Kind
No,
of. It's like,
you're like an hour away.
no, it's like,
Imagine
well,
I
depending
live
on where in Syracuse. Like the
imagine,
airport is like a good 40, 45 minutes.
imagine I live in Macon and I try to tell you that I live in Atlanta.
Macon is a lot farther from Atlanta. Isn't it? Isn't it more than an hour?
I think it's a little bit
Imagine
more
I
than
live in McDonough, Georgia.
that.
And I tell you I live in Atlanta. It's only 30 minutes away, but it is not Atlanta. It's so different.
Well,
No
okay, I
offense
live
to
in a
Atlanta.
small town city,
Hmm.
right on the lake.
When
Syracuse
are
is
you
technically
going,
not on the lake.
when are you going to move? When are you going to quit your job that makes you work these crazy hours and settle down, maybe in Tampa or something or wherever? I don't know.
Interesting choice, Tampa.
I don't know. There's scientists everywhere.
There are. Not everywhere, but
A lot
most
of
places.
places.
I'm
Yeah.
sure you can like pull the levers and the knobs like somewhere else, Daniel.
I
Yeah.
don't think if there are any levers, I don't think there's any
Oh,
levers.
I think we had this
Remote
discussion.
into the system.
Can I what? Remote in?
The system,
No,
yeah.
because
To the
that's not how
nuclear
that
system.
works. It's,
That's
a
not
lot of
safe.
it's manual. A lot of it's manual.
I just picture you like Homer Simpson sitting in that room, hoping that nothing bad happens the whole time.
More of like what the control room operators do. I don't do that. I don't
What
sit
do
in a
you
room.
do? Are you just like standing watch?
I'm a field operator. That's the best description.
So describe like a day in the life.
A day in the life. I wake
Yeah.
up either at 4:30 a.m. to go to day shift, or I wake up at like 1 to work nights, 1 in the afternoon.
Okay.
Okay? That changes because that's the whole routine is different, right? Um,
A pretty big difference.
yeah. Anyway, you go to work. There's like a meeting right at the beginning. Well, you show up for turnover because you're turning over with someone
hmm
who was there in the previous shift because you're holding positions and whatever. And you're basically assigned to a building, right? So there's like the reactor building, there's like the turbine building, other buildings.
hmm
Um, and so you're turning over with whoever your counterpart was on the previous shift, and they're telling you what happened and that sort of stuff. And then about an hour later, you have the morning meeting, or evening, I guess.
Okay. One or the other.
That's like 15 minutes, usually not if shorter. It's not a long meeting.
Every day you have
Uh,
this.
every shift. So technically it's twice a day, but yeah.
Okay.
And then you start your rounds, which is walking around your building, and it's mostly taking data, looking at things, making sure nothing looks weird or sounds weird or leaks or fires or stuff like that. While also like taking data points and doing like small jobs and stuff like that.
Okay.
So that takes a few hours, maybe, yeah, 2 to 3 hours, depending on how quick you are. Some people are faster than others, obviously.
You go through it. Are you one of the people that like hates that and wants to get it done fast, or are you like, this is easy, I'm gonna milk this?
No, I get it then. But also it depends on what you have the rest of the day. Sometimes there's a lot of other jobs that we have to do throughout the day. Other days, like I just worked last night. I got off at 6. But last night we had nothing going on. So I just did that and then I like watched
Left.
Netflix for a few
Oh,
hours
yeah. Okay.
because there's nothing else to do. But some nights you have to like kind of get through those rounds quickly because then you have to go to you have another job. So for example, well, I guess one thing I did was I staged a 55-gallon drum of oil that we add to our feed water pumps, the pumps that put the water into the reactor. So we do stuff like that, like add oil to pumps. That's something you would check on rounds. You'd see like previous shift saw, hey, the oil's low, and they turn that over to me, and I stage the oil, and then I turn that over to them. They'll add it the next shift or whatever.
Interesting.
You do stuff like that, oil ads, or just random jobs like that, or maintaining equipment.
Daniel, do you like this job?
Yeah, it's a pretty good job. Like the hours are obviously a little crazy, but the actual job part, it's a little annoying well, I guess I should phrase this correctly, but like the nuclear side, right? Like I haven't really, up until this point, I haven't really mentioned anything specific to nuclear, right? Like that could be any industrial job. Because what I do really has nothing, well, not nothing, but not a lot to do with the nuclear. It's really more like a plant operator.
Okay.
Control room deals with like
You're a
reactivity and
reactor
stuff.
operator.
That's like the control room. They deal with reactivity and stuff like that, and they actually manage the reactor. But what I do is make sure, like I said, like the feed water pumps or other equipment related to that, the condenser and the generator, like all the electrical stuff. So I'll do a lot of like breaker racking and working with high voltage stuff and electrical work.
So you're doing a lot of like mechanical stuff, mechanical engineering stuff.
Yeah, it's not even engineering. It's operations, which the distinction is like the
Do you like
engineers
that?
know about the system and the operators work on the system.
Do you like the operations side better?
It's more hands-on. Like the engineers work from home for the most part.
Yeah.
They do a lot of paperwork and they sit at a computer and
I'm an engineer,
Yeah.
I would know.
yeah. So like when the engineers come on site, like sometimes they'll follow us and we'll have to show them like here's where your stuff is and here's how it works.
Yeah.
Like that. And they work days and like I said they've been working from home throughout the pandemic. But anyway,
Which would you rather do, Daniel?
huh?
Which would you rather do?
There's a huge pay difference. Like the engineers get
Oh.
paid probably maybe a little more than half of what I get paid
What?
because of the shift work and all that.
Oh. But you'd have such a normal life.
Yeah, but they do different things. Like I said, they do. It's not very hands-on at all. Like they rarely go in the plant at all.
Do you like
Whereas I'm in
hands-on
there
work?
every day. It's good and bad. Like there's positive and negatives. Yeah.
Because I don't really like hands-on work. I'd rather be at a computer, pulling the strings.
Yeah, it depends on what you like. It's fine right now, like where I am in my life. Like like I said, I'm moving heavy equipment and stuff like that, but I'm fine.
So you're getting swole.
It's a barrel. I have a cart. It's not.
It's a job that doubles as a workout.
There's some days where you're running around constantly.
Are there
Some
any
days
like
are super
physical? Are there any physical fitness requirements that you have for your job?
Not technically. I guess you have to get through fire school. That probably is the most physical thing we do.
Sounds hard.
Actually, just wearing the equipment for fire schools a lot. Not like the movies. It's not more complicated. That's probably the most physically demanding we do. Like at once a week. Actually, it's coming up. I think I have it in like a couple weeks. Once a week every year, you have your requalification fire school training. So you just go through. And your initial training is like a 3-week program. So like we have when I first started, we went to fire school for 3 weeks, like as your initial training, and then 1 week a year.
So, are you like a pseudo firefighter?
I am an industrial firefighter,
Wow.
which
How
not
about
technically
that?
like it's not like a state firefighter or whatever. We don't get the full training,
You need
but
to get one of those Red Lives Matter bumper stickers for your car.
they're getting us like hoodies that say like
Oh,
fire brigade or
that's
whatever.
pretty cool. I do like all the fire department gear. Like
I got to be able to get free stuff at Firehouse Subs. You know,
that how that
Have you
works.
done that? Does it work?
I don't have any proof that I'm a firefighter right now. Well,
You don't have a
I could bring my
card
like
or a
gear. I could show up in my gear. I guess.
They don't give you a card or a certification or
Well, because
something?
it's not like a state. It's not through the state. We get trained by state people, but it's like a private fire department in a way.
Oh, okay.
It has NRC regulations, I guess, too, but limited. It's really more because like if there's a fire in the plant, right?
Mm-hmm,
The fire. First of all, the plant's way out in the middle of nowhere, right?
mm-hmm.
Because no one wants to live near a nuclear power plant. And even then, if there's a fire, it would take like 15 minutes for the department to get there, right? The offsite department. Then it takes like 10 minutes just to get through the gate because there's all this security. And then you got to
They really
drive
do
to
that
the
much
locate.
security if there was a
Well,
fire?
they do an expedited one for that, but they still don't want you like bringing in contraband.
Oh,
So they do like an expedited, but then they still have to drive from the security to like they got to go into the plant. The offsite people don't know like where things are in the plant too.
hmm.
It's not like one big office building too. Right? It's several buildings and an industrial site. You get lost. I get lost. So we're talking like 20, 25 minutes until they can actually get to the site. By then, the fire would have gotten out of hand. So that's what we're for, is like get the victims out,
That's
close the doors, potentially fight it. So, we get training on that. There's hose reels throughout and extinguishers and whatever.
very crazy. I
Hmm.
cannot imagine.
And again, this isn't like a nuclear thing. Like there's a there's an aluminum plant down the road. They also have their own fire brigade.
I believe it. I'm working on
Aluminum, they have a lot of problems.
Yeah.
Safety-wise. They have more safety issues than we do. Part of it is just because nuclear is so regulated.
What can go wrong with aluminum?
There's hot metal.
That's pretty hazardous, I guess.
Yeah.
My big project at work right now is a car battery manufacturing plant. There's all these tunnels where the waste goes, and it's very disturbing. And I'm like, I
That
don't
sounds
feel like
sketchy.
I'm not contributing to the good of the planet by doing this project.
Tunnels.
It's not
Ours
very
is open. You can walk up to our spent fuel pool. It's literally just this big pool on the top floor. You can walk
Why
right up
is
and look over it.
Why is it that no one trusts nuclear power? Is it just because of the nuclear bomb?
Yeah, basically. There's
Radiation?
been a few events in history.
Yeah. I'm scared of it. But I've heard if it's done really well that it's actually not bad. Not one of the better energy sources, right? No?
Yeah, there's not much. I mean, obviously when it goes bad, it goes really bad, but there's oil bomb or not bomb. There's oil rig, explosions every day,
Yeah,
right? Or
they're just not
coal
as
plant
dramatic.
disasters. Yeah.
Well, because you don't have radiation. The thing is contained, and once it's cleaned, it's over. But
Yeah.
nuclear,
But in terms of day-to-day safety, a natural gas plant is probably a lot more dangerous.
I believe it. Coal is terrible, isn't it?
Well, yeah. Yeah,
It's
that's also
unsafe
bad for your health.
and just horrible for the environment. But we use it a lot, right? Coal,
Yeah, we need it.
we need it. And fossil fuels, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Dark. Very dark. How are gas prices there, Daniel?
Very expensive. It's like $3,000 to fill up my car. Okay, I don't drive. I haven't driven very far. I only drive to work and back.
$1,000.
3,000. No, I think prices. I want to say it was like 420 a gallon. Not
It
terrible.
just dropped to $3.93 at my gas station
Your gas station?
that I go to.
Called Mary's gas station.
But it was $4.29, and then they took away the gas tax, and then it was $3.99. Then it went to $3.97, and then just today I saw it was $3.93. Big day. Blake, you're
I don't
laughing.
drive very much though,
You're
too.
right.
How often do you fill up your tank?
Not often, because I just go to work mostly, which
Yeah,
is very
I fill up my
nice.
tank like once every 2 to 3 weeks.
It adds up.
Mhm.
When gas is, $4.50 a gallon.
Mary, which gas station is Mary's gas station?
It's probably very far away from you. Like, it's in Chambly.
It's not that
So,
far.
like 30 minutes, 20 minutes from you. But if you're ever up north, go to the Quick Trip on Buford Highway in Chambly. Good
I'll look for
prices.
the Mary's sign.
Mary's Quick Trip.
Yeah.
It's all right. I do like it. It's way better than the Midtown gas prices.
Yeah, they just dropped below 4 though.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Impressive.
I don't know. I fill up my gas tank like maybe once a month though, so it hasn't really affected me too much.
Fair. I didn't have a car in college, so thankfully I did not have to think about it. But also I did have to think about how I would get places.
Gotta ride a bike or something.
No.
Nope.
I had a bike, but I wouldn't drive it on the street, number one. Number two, I couldn't really go up hills, so
Mm.
kind
That
of
was
limited.
pre-marathon.
Pretty. I never ran the marathon. I did a half marathon.
Yes, you didn't run the half marathon.
I did like a quarter marathon.
Yeah.
Shameful.
I'm sorry, yeah.
So Daniel, you didn't really answer about any of your hobbies. Your hobby was preparing to work a lot.
Well, because the thing is, I go to work and then I go to sleep when I come home, and then I wake up and just start over.
You've got the podcast. Have you had any cool guests recently?
Yeah, I heard there was
Besides
supposed
us?
to be a special guest like last week.
There was, but there wasn't. We did not have a guest. Thought we might, but we didn't.
Who was it?
Yes.
I don't know. The person who was on didn't tell me who they were trying to get. So it could have been anyone.
They failed?
Okay, I mean, failure is a
It's
relative
very
term.
anticlimactic.
Well, I don't have the answer for you. They didn't bring on.
Who was
So
the
who
guest?
came on?
Who was the guest who was
Anuj
supposed to bring someone?
thought he could bring someone on,
Oh.
which last time he brought on. Well, let me see when that was. Last time, in January, he brought on Julia Bergman. And
Oh, no.
yeah,
How in the world does he have a connection to Julia Bergman?
I don't know, but he brought her on. She came on.
Maybe they're an item.
I don't think so. Mary
No?
Julia is a ACC Player of the Year,
Oh,
All-American
Yeah.
volleyball player.
that's pretty cool.
Uh, the last
Did that
episode,
episode get a lot more traction because, like, her fans were listening?
I'm not at liberty to disclose that information.
Okay.
I don't even know. That one did do well, but I don't remember exactly what it did. The previous one was Tanner and Elizabeth. That's who came on.
I don't know them. Oh,
Then
wait, is
you know
Elizabeth the one I
Elizabeth. Yes, that's. I don't know them. Wait, is that the one I know?
know? I don't know Tanner, but there's a lot
And
of
then
Elizabeths in this world.
the previous one for that was Nadia. Brought on a special guest. You'll have to listen, find out who.
Was it Ted?
Now, Ted, I don't know if I texted him or if I ever got his number, but Ted's more than welcome to come on, but I haven't been able to contact him.
I don't know how to contact. I think I have his Instagram. That's it.
Stephanie just gave up. Like, I asked her a few times and she's just, I don't know.
Yeah, last
It's
time I saw
hard.
Stephanie. Sorry.
No, go on, Blake.
Well, last time I saw Stephanie, she was mad that you didn't say hi when you came to visit Georgia Tech.
She wasn't there when I went in. So. Like, that was her off day. That was
You were
her.
there in October?
Huh? Yeah, when I was there in October, when I went to campus that Friday, right?
Yeah.
That was like her work from home day or her day off. She wasn't there that day. She wasn't working that day. I walked right into her office. She wasn't there.
Oh. I
Yes,
guess
Justin. I
given her advance notice.
said hi to Justin.
Well, Stephanie
Anyway.
no longer works here. I don't know if you knew that.
She's at Cox now.
Yeah. Oh, she didn't want to come on the podcast.
Maybe
Well, I can't say that, but geez, I've given her like 3 chances that I'm worked.
Well, sometimes the times you propose are difficult.
Okay.
My weekends
What
are
do you?
very busy.
Sometimes my weekends are busy.
You also, a lot of times, don't give very much advance notice. This one was good because you gave some good notice.
I gave Blake like 24-hour notice.
Oh no.
I realized last night I was like, crap. I only have Mary on. Let's see if we can get some.
Oh God, that would be so awkward.
I remember Blake wanted to come on the last time, so. Yes, sometimes I give bad notice, but you know.
Who's been your best guest of 2022? Excluding
2022?
me and Blake. You can't say us.
I was gonna say Mary and Blake. So
Okay. All right, well you can't say that, so
who
try
came
again.
on to Elizabeth, Noah, Daniel, Tanner, Alex, Anuj, Chase, Julia, Nadia, Mary,
Mm-hmm.
Daniel,
That
Blake,
one.
Tanner, Elizabeth, Noah, John, Nathaniel, Nadia.
Nathaniel
Tanner,
sure comes
Elizabeth.
on here a lot.
It's whoever answers the phone, you know. I'd love to have more people, but some people. Huh?
Is he going to law school?
Yeah, he's going. Well, I don't
Which
know if we
one?
can say. I don't know if we can say.
It's secret?
Yeah, I don't even know I don't know which one he's going to.
I knew he
I know
was
this.
getting responses, but I haven't spoken to him since like December, so I don't know what has
Okay,
happened.
well, apparently I spoke with him on March 15th or before that, shortly before that.
I don't remember.
Anyway, anything else you guys want to?
You didn't say which
talk
guest
about?
was your favorite.
Oh,
Good question.
is it cheating to say Julia Bergman?
Yeah.
She was good. She was great. She was good though.
Was she
We
funny?
played the questions or answers game. She liked that.
Oh, that's sweet.
Um,
No, I don't think I have anything else to cover. Don't join Orange Theory. It's a cult, but we can cover that on another subject, another time.
what? Did you join a cult?
Just my parting words. We'll get more into it another time.
I don't think we will.